So guys, this is the third part of the BARC 2021 question paper, and I am sharing all the questions. So if you haven't watched the part 1 and part 2, you can just go and watch all the questions that came into the in the exam of BARC 2021. And now uh, left we are on the 44th question that I was discussing towards the end. So uh, it was uh, it came on centrifugal extractor. So this was the question. So the question was that where centrifugal extractor is applied when it is used. Okay, so when it is used, and there were various options like plant wide operations and plant utility, plant extract, when extraction phases are different, these kind of options were there. But this topic came, so let's move on to the next question, 45th question. 45th question was on scale up. So what is required for scale up? Various options were given, like geometric similarity, kinematic similarity, and dynamic similarity. So various options were given, making different combinations, and the right answer is that all the three are required for scale up. So next question, let's move on to next question, 46. And 46 was on NPSH, that what will happen, will the NPSH increase or decrease if a certain operation was given with constant density in the centrifugal pump and constant RPM. So if what will happen to NPSH? So this kind of question was there. If someone remembers, then they can type it. But the main thing is that will NPSH change upon changing some parameter of the, like, flow rate or something, delta P, some parameter. If that changes in the pump, will NPSH change? That was the question. I think it was flow rate. Okay, you guys can also comment, those who have given the paper. Next, it was, the paper was tomorrow, yes, yesterday actually. So I hope most of. Next was on ball mill. The various options were given for to find out the critical velocity, critical speed, uh, and the right answer was this. Everybody knows that this is the main formula. Various options like 1 upon, let's say 2 around r minus r upon g, kind of these kind of options were given, but we know the first one is the right answer. Let's move forward. 48. 48 is that again NC depends upon, for the ball mill it depends upon R or it depends upon M or both. So we know that it only depends on R, that we have seen by the formula also. Okay, R is the radius of ball mill. Next, it was 49. And I think it was NC depends upon R, that was asked. So it depends upon R, it doesn't depend upon the mass. That was the main thing. Next, overshoot was asked, percentage overshoot, and a system was given. I remember the transfer function. It was 16 upon s square plus 3s plus 16. So we need to make this one, that is the main important thing. So we need to divide by 16, and this will 1 by 16, this will be 16. Now we are concerned with the lower term, the denominator, and here we can see this 1 by 16 is tau square. So tau will be 1 upon 4, because tau square is 1 by 16. Now we can get the zeta value, that is 2 zeta tau is equal to 3 by 16, and from here we get zeta. Let me calculate it. So you can get zeta as 2 zeta tau is 3 by 16, and there was 2 tau was 1 by 4, so 4 goes up here, 2 goes down, 2 2 to 8, so it was 3 by 8. Then putting it into the overshoot value, overshoot was equal to exponential of minus pi zeta upon under root 1 minus zeta square. Put this, multiply by 100, and that will be the percentage overshoot. Simple. Next, 50th question. It's great that I remember 50 questions actually. More questions are coming, so in the end. So it was on the decibel. A plot was given like this. Plot was like this, and it went down like this up to a certain point. So the decibel, the frequency was asked, the intensity was asked. So here what you need to see is that there is a particular dB formula with the intensity kind of like this, in this way. So this formula, if you remember, this graph could be interpreted. So make sure you also take into account that Bark is asking the decibels also, not just Bode plot, but the decibels also. Then next 51st question was on Bode plot. It was quite a long question, and a lot of data was given, a graph was given, and the graph was not like a same graph like first order. It was quite complicated, and there were various values. So these type of questions are actually lengthy. So these type of questions are lengthy, and I would just tell you that if you have left these questions, it's good, because else these questions will take a lot of time, and maybe you will miss the easier ones. Okay, so we will discuss that, but yes, this was a lengthy question. Now there was this question, amplitude highest amplitude ratio is obtained at which frequency? I remember the 4 options clearly. One was resonant, at resonant frequency. Next was natural frequency. Next was crossover, and the last was corner. So we know when resonance take place, the intensity, the frequency overlaps. So that is the frequency at which the amplitude ratio is the highest. So let's move on to question 53. Question 53, and this is let me remember, it was g of s was given kind of 1 s plus 1 upon s square plus s plus 2, and we were asked about to find the final value. So obviously final value s multiplied this and s 0, so these are 0, so 1 by 2 was the answer. Next 54th question, that was given g of s. Again I'm taking questions from PDC. So g of s plus 1 and s plus 2 s plus 3, this was the question, and we will find out, this was I think the open transfer function. So if you want the closed loop transfer function, obviously it will be g of s upon 1 plus g of s. If it is like if in here thus it is minus and plus, you know this thing, if it is minus the negative, then it will be plus here. So maybe in the question it was given about the positive feedback, so if it is plus then it should be minus. That thing I don't remember, but the main thing is that after you do this thus 1 plus g of s, this thing in the characteristic equation we need to find the value of this k such that the system is stable. So options were given as k less than 0, k greater than 0, k greater than 2, k less than 2, greater than 0. Okay, so this was also a lengthy question, but I told you the concept, that what concept came. Okay, next 55. So in 55 question, It came about the damping coefficient. A simple question, direct sum s square plus I think s plus 12 kind of something was given like this, and you need to find out the damping coefficient, that is zeta, that I told you in the previous question. It was a direct question. Then 56 was uh, something kind of like this, uh, s plus 12 something like kind of this was given, and you were to find tau. Obviously tau is that we divide this, we need to make this 1. So if we make this 1, then we get 1 by 12, and that is equal to tau. Simple, direct. Okay. And 57 question, it was asked about some quantities like benzene toluene was given a distillation, and here 1000 came, 1000 kilogram per hour or something was given, and 10% of it went here, so this is 100, so obviously this would be 900. Now the main thing is that here some like 0.65 65% of benzene, and here 0.85 85% percent of benzene, and here we need to find out the benzene as well as toluene, but the options were such that if you find the benzene, then you can get the toluene percentage. This is simple, the same simple reaction, simple formula that we know, that 1000 into 0.65 or something that I don't know exactly, but 0.85 into 100 plus 900 into x. Now we need to find this xb. Simple, we know everything, we can find out xb, and same way we can get the toluene also, toluene mole fraction. Next 58 was q line was told if it is vertical and q line is horizontal, what will happen. So we know if it is vertical, it is q is 1, that is saturated liquid. A lot of options were given, saturated liquid, saturated vapor. We know it is saturated liquid, and if it is horizontal, we know it is saturated vapor. Simple. 59th question. 59th question was on I will tell you, I don't this was they were lengthy questions on extraction, liquid extraction, and one question was using Murphy efficiency. So Murphy efficiency, and the other one was using a distribution coefficient. So questions also come on this. So these questions were quite lengthy, a lot of data was given, and they are mostly given because to take up your time. They will eat your time, and then you won't even be able to actually get cut-off marks. So that's why I just told you how what questions came. So, but yes, some questions I think it's better not to remember and not to do. So now let's an aptitude question was there on leap year. In a leap year, if what is the probability that there will be 53 Sundays? So obviously 52 Sundays are already there. 52 Sundays, and one Sunday could be with two combinations. Okay, it could be Saturday and Sunday, 2 years and 2 days, and Sunday and Monday. There we get one more Sunday. So these are two, and if you see all these uh, combinations, then it will be 7. So the probability is 2 by 7. Now the next thing is 61. Okay, 61 question was this was given d square x by dt plus dt square plus 5 I guess, dt plus 6 was 0, and we need to find out x of 2 what it is given was x of 0 is 0, and dx by dt uh, at 0, I guess, was given as 0. This was given as 15. This was given as 15 at 0. So we know this is m square plus 5m plus 6 and is equal to 0. Solving this, we get the m, and the complementary function after putting these boundary values also, it came as 15 e to the power minus 3m. 3m will be changed to t, okay, because here t is there now, and minus 15 e to the power minus 2t. This was the complementary function, and that will be there is no pi because this is 0. So putting value of 2 here, put the 2 value and you can get the answer. Just simple maths. If someone has doubt, I will just explain it in another video. Okay, 62 question was there were two dice were thrown. So what is the probability that on one dice it is 5 and simultaneously on other dice less than 4? So for 5 we know the probability is 1 by 6, and for less than 4 we have 3, because 1 2 3 and total is 6, so that is 1 upon 2, and for both to occur we can multiply and we can see we get 1 upon 12. Next 63 question. 63 question was on crystal. One question came on crystal, that which crystal there is no perpendicular axis. So the options were rhombohedral and hexagonal, cubic, and one more was given. So you can see that on crystal also there was some question. 64th was on if the property is property same in all direction, then what is that property called? It is I think the right answer was isotropic. So there were also options like isobaric. I don't know why they give this. There were also isotopic. Okay, but I think isotropic is the right answer, and one more option was given. Now 65 question. 65th question was on, it was asked on a break even point. A break even point of, you might think it is of economics, but it was asked of adsorption. Yes, that was the thing. And 4 options were given where we had to find out what does this break even point tell about adsorption. So that was also one of the topics, unexpected topics that came. Now 66 question was on simple depreciation by straight line method, SLM. So the depreciation amount was coming to be 170k minus k is 1000. Okay, 10k, like my subscribers are right now 1.37k, so k is 1000. So please subscribe if you find this helpful. Okay, anyways, the depreciation amount, and this was the number of years, and this was the salvage value, and this was the initial value, and this came out to be 20k. Next we need to find out after the book value after 5 years. So after 5 years it will be 170k minus 5 into depreciation, that is 20k. This will be 70k, 70,000. Okay. Next 69 question was on 69 or 67, 67 I guess. 67th question was on let's say from A to B and from B to C, all the distance are same. Let's say distance are x, and back to A is also x, and here the speed was given as 30, here speed was given 40, and here I think 50 or 60 something given, either 50 or 60, I don't remember, but I will tell you how to do this. The average velocity would be the sum of the distance because it is distance upon time. So sum of distance is 3x divided by the time. So individual times for time is equal to distance upon speed. So distance upon speed plus distance upon speed plus distance upon speed. So this is what uh, you have to do. Okay, so this is x by 30, this is x by 40, x by 50 down there. Okay, so 68th question. uh, 68th question, this was given same like of previous year gate, and the same liquid height. We know pressure is equal to rho g h. Rho and g were same and h is same, so obviously the pressure of p1, p2, p3 will be same. Okay, that is a paradox. Okay, so now 68 is done, 69 is 9. We have to focus now. So 69 question was on the boundary layer in laminar flow depends upon x to 0.5. That we all know because it also came in gate, and we all know this thing, that it is like this way, like 4.64 divided by x into re to re power x. So here using this we get under root of x as the final proportionality. Now 70 questions. See, I told you about 70 questions, like 70 questions right now. So sphericity, a question on sphericity also came, where a lot of options were given. It was 7. It is always greater than 1, wrong option. It was given the volume of sphere by volume of particle, wrong. The right answer was area. Okay, area of sphere for same volume, area of sphere of same volume by actual area of the solid or whatever it is, that is the sphericity. Area. Okay, remember that. Now 71 question. uh, 71 question was, um, it was kind of asked about the entropy change of real process, real thing, real system, real process. So it was, we know that delta S for real, it always increases, so it is greater than 0. So entropy increases. Okay, the universe, entropy of universe increases. Okay, that is the real thing. 72 question was some relation. The Dittus-Boelter was given here. Re to the power 0.8, Prandtl to the power 0.33. Now the main thing is that we required the value of h, and all the values were given: rho, cp, k, d, and these were all given. Okay, this was purely calculation based question. And the Prandtl number, now Prandtl number was not given directly, so we know that Prandtl number is equal to nu by alpha. So alpha is nu is mu by rho, then viscosity by density, and alpha is equal to k by rho cp. So rho will cancel, so it is mu cp by k. That is Prandtl number. That is how we can calculate it. It was a long question because a lot of calculation were there, but a very simple and similar to gate question was there. Next 73 question. It was asked on like this, mu cities, kind of this something was asked, mu cities in sugar production. So you can search it in Google. What is the spelling? It is like mu cities in sugar production, where it is obtained. So it is obtained in crystallization. So you can even search that what is obtained in crystallization in the sugar production. It is mu cities, something kind of like this spelling. Next 74th question. It was on like Mylar series or something was asked, and the right answer was polyester. Okay, so you can even search that. I don't remember the exact spelling. So this kind of question was there, and the answer was polyester. So very fact based question. Okay, of chemical technology. Now we like 75th question was we need to find the mean and the median. A lot of data was given, like 37, 40, 50, 6, 50, 47, 56, and so on. And the main thing is that it was not arranged in ascending order. So to find the median, it is better way to arrange it in ascending order. Like you can say this number is in ascending order. What will happen now? Let's say here we take 90, 92, 90. It was like 97, 98, 99, let's say. So these three and these three. So the middle one, the median is 56, and the answer was, I think, 56 only for this question. So 75 questions are done. I hope I will be able to get more questions, but some questions were too much lengthy, so it's really difficult to memorize them. Now the main thing that we talk about is the cutoff. What would be the cutoff, and my center experience, that is also important. So cutoff, now cutoff really depends upon that how many people are eligible only via gate score. If many students have applied via gate score only and they are meeting their criteria, then it would take the cutoff will be high, because then second preference is given to exam. So less people will be eligible from exam, the cutoff will be high. And